It's an unboxing video, and it's a Walther. What's in the box? Well, if you guys have watched my channel for any period of time, you saw that I had a Walther not too long ago here that I had on the channel, and it was the PPS. So by process of elimination, there's a real good chance you already know what is inside this one. I'm not going to go through every single thing that's in the box. I personally, when I watch an unboxing video, I don't want to see the target they shot at the factory. I don't want to see the paperweight they include, the gun lock, and everything else. I'm just going to show you the basic features of the gun itself, talk about a couple things I like, and then we will do some range work later, and I'll go further with what I like and maybe dislikes. I don't know. I haven't shot the gun yet, but it is the PPQ. And if you notice, it is not just a PPQ, but it is the PPQ M1, or a classic variation. It is the paddle mag release. Some of you guys out there despise those. Me being an HK guy, I love it, and that's exactly why I bought it. Same manual of arms for a mag change, and it works nice too. Those mags just fly out of there, so I really like that about it. Couple of things. First of all, it comes with interchangeable back straps. That is the medium that's on there, which feels really nice. I have also put the large on just to play around with it, which has a nice thick beaver tail if you need that for your hand size, and then there's also a small. The small didn't feel too bad, but the gun just felt a little bit too small for what it is with the small back strap on it. So it comes with 2 magazines. All right. It also does have available PPQs come with, or available with extended magazines up to 20 rounders. So if I do decide to keep this gun, I will definitely invest in one of those. The one dislike I will tell you right now I don't like is the fact it's got plastic sights. I just personally think it is inexcusable for a high-end gun company such as Walther to put plastic sights on a gun, especially one like the PPQ. How do you put so much into the gun, especially the trigger, and then put crappy plastic sights on? Now, they are adjustable, I'll give them that, but come on, Walther, they're plastic, all right? A couple things I like. Obviously, the ergos. I mean, geez, guys, come on. This is very much like the VP9, but I will say that the finger grooves are a little more subtle, which probably fits more people than maybe the VP9. The gun really just locks into the hand nicely. It points naturally for me, so it's flat when I present it. The top of the gun's flat. I see the sights really naturally as I present. But the number one thing we know in the PPQ that Walther did right is the trigger. I have never shot one of these. This is the first gun I've ever owned that I did not go to the range the day I bought it. Yesterday I brought it home. We had family commitments, and I could not get it to the range, so it drove me crazy. As a matter of fact, right now, knowing I haven't even shot this gun, sitting here on my front porch, I want to get to the range and shoot this thing, guys. So that's why I'm not going to be too long-winded with this video. So we'll talk trigger really quick. As I showed you earlier, it is unloaded. What I like about the trigger, there's actually a little bit of resistance, and it feels like a good stock Glock trigger to me. I don't mind a Glock trigger. I don't much care for the break. I find it very difficult on a Glock to press the trigger and not jerk the gun to the left a little bit, because it's got kind of a hard break. Thus why so many people do trigger jobs on them. This is a different animal. All right, you got a little resistance, but just a really nice clean break, and the reset is absolutely incredible. So let's go again. What I like about it is there's your take up. I've said in videos before, I'm not a huge fan of a really hard wall with a trigger. I feel like you're going to keep those things on target a little better, the sights, if you can just roll through that break, which you do with the PPQ. Again, the reset. Nice, short, tactile, just a beautiful trigger. I get what the fanfare is about with the trigger on this gun. It's got to lend itself to good shooting. It has to. If you can press that trigger and those sights stay on target, I'm pretty sure it makes sense with the initial shot as well as follow-ups that you're going to shoot that gun well. So, ergonomics, trigger, both A+. The sights are plastic. If I keep the gun, I'm going to throw some different sights on it anyhow, so not that big a deal. That's all I'm going to talk about right now, guys. And what I'll do is when you guys see the range video coming up soon, getting ready to head there in a little bit, we'll talk more. We'll talk about positives, any negatives that come up, and we'll tell you more about the PPQ as I go. Appreciate you guys watching. Catch me at the range.